Welcome, everyone, once again to the AEW Control Center. I'm Tony Schiavone. We're coming back to the state of North Carolina for AEW Dynamite on TBS. This time to the state capital of Raleigh. That's right, All Elite Wrestling arrives at the Research Triangle tonight at the PNC Arena. We will take the air at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. Tickets are available at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. Last Wednesday's debut of AEW Dynamite on TBS was incredible. 3 title matches, 2 new champions crowned. Jade Cargill is the first ever TBS champion, and Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy are the new AEW Tag Team Champions. There's always something happening on Wednesday night. And here's a look at the lineup for the next Dynamite on TBS from the PNC Arena in Raleigh. In what should be a matchup filled with emotion as well as a definite contrast in styles, the young, high-flying, incredible Dante Martin will meet Powerhouse Hobbs of Team Taz. This will be the second meeting between the two. This past September on Dynamite, the two met for the first time in a great match. The speed and quickness of Dante was on display, but in the end, the speed worked against him and Hobbs got the win. However, now a new element. Martin apparently had signed with Team Taz only to turn on them during the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royale. The bad blood was on full display this past Saturday at the end of Ricky Stark's FTW title defense against Dante's mentor, Matt Sydal, at Battle of the Belts.
That's how we do it right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dante Martin!
Dante Martin, who's had his share of issues with Sydal, but Wednesday night he will collide with Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, you gotta see this.
They're colliding right now. Come on, Hobbs. Can't hurt Hobbs.
Dante floats over. Oh, enzuigiri.
That hurt Hobbs.
Oh, no.
And the shotgun dropkick sends Hobbs through the ropes.
Not now, Hobbs. Not Hobbs. Wait till Wednesday.
Dante Martin, Powerhouse Hobbs 2 coming up live on Dynamite tonight on TBS. Also on Dynamite, match 4 in what has been a defining rivalry in the AEW Women's Division as Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida will collide once again. The third match between the two in December at Winter is Coming was again an incredible struggle. But as Deeb was apparently going for a submission, a leg thrust by Shida sent Deeb crashing into the turnbuckle with the eventual deciding blow. Last Wednesday on our debut of Dynamite on TBS, an angry Serena Deeb talking to JR laid down a stern challenge and a warning to the former AEW Women's Champion.
There are so many things to be excited about working for AEW. And one is to see this amazing rivalry evolve between yourself and Shida. What's the latest?
Jim, my intention from the start was respect. I wanted to wrestle civilized matches. Unfortunately, she didn't meet me there. She got some fluke victories, and I will not accept those. So from here on out, this is now about me hurting her. This is about me claiming my spot at the top of this division, where I belong.
You know, Serena, it seems to me like you're taking this awfully personally, that there's something eating at you as it relates to Shida. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Can you help?
Jim, let me turn it around. Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's any woman on this roster that's on my level?
Well, that's a tough question, but right now I'd say no.
You're damn right the answer's no. The reason that they call me the professor of professional wrestling is because I have a PhD in this shit. I've paid enough dues for every woman in that locker room. So yes, I take issue with Shida. Shida, I don't whine. I take what I want. Today, I walked into Tony Khan's office and I demanded a match with you next week on Dynamite. I'm gonna take 17 years of anger and frustration out on your ass to the point where you will not be walking out on your own.
Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb 4. You can't miss this one. It's tonight, live on Dynamite on TBS, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Also tonight, CM Punk will face one of his toughest, if not his biggest challenge to date in AEW, as Punk will meet the incomparable Wardlow. Last Wednesday on Dynamite, MJF was looking to pad his win-loss record against the very talented Captain Shawn Dean when CM Punk entered, causing MJF to flee. The result, a countout. and a loss for MJF. An enraged MJF made a challenge that Punk did not refuse. Wardlow has been under the services of MJF for quite a while in AEW and has been able to protect the little slime ball many times. In the ring, though, he's been incredible. Wardlow's powerbomb symphony, never more devastating than last Wednesday on Dynamite in his win over Anthony Zambrano. Without a doubt, Wardlow's mission is to destroy CM Punk before Punk ever gets his hands on MJF. It will be CM Punk against Wardlow tonight as part of AEW Dynamite live on TBS from the PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Also tonight, we'll have a match for the Interim TNT Championship as the new champion, Sammy Guevara, will defend against Daniel Garcia. This Saturday on the inaugural Battle of the Belts on TNT, Guevara collided with the natural Dustin Rhodes for the Interim Championship. TNT champ Cody Rhodes was to defend the title on Saturday, but was not medically cleared to compete. So the interim title bout was set, with Guevara prevailing in a physical and exciting opening bout. But afterwards, Garcia, who had earlier been seen in the crowd during the match, was on the attack. And that prompted an emotional Guevara to say this while I was backstage with him after the bout.
I don't give a shit about him trying to ruin my moment. I'm gonna ruin your face. This title's always been about open challenges. So on Dynamite, Daniel Garcia versus Sammy Guevara, TNT title on the line.
Daniel Garcia has been, let's say, an active man since arriving in AEW. He and his friends, Lee and Parker of 2.0, have not been shy about getting involved and being on the attack. Now Garcia has his chance at a major AEW title. This and so much more on AEW Dynamite, live on TBS from the PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Also, don't forget we have AEW Rampage on TNT, set for this Friday, January 14th at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central. Matches for this event will be announced on Dynamite on TBS. And a few other reminders, fans. The following week is big for AEW. We return to where Dynamite began, Washington, D.C., with 2 big events. We'll be at the Entertainment and Sports Arena next Wednesday, January 19th, for AEW Dynamite live on TBS, and then back at the Entertainment and Sports Arena that following Friday, only 2 days later, for Rampage, that's January 21st, live on TNT. Tickets are available at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. We also have 2-night combo tickets available for the event next week as well in Washington. Also, we are coming to Cleveland. AEW Dynamite will be live with our annual Beach Break. This event will be live from the Wolstein Center on Wednesday, January 26th. Tickets for Cleveland right now available at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. January has been tremendous so far in AEW. Many new champions have been crowned. Dynamite debuting on TBS, a brand new special on TNT, and great AEW action that we have all come to love and expect. But there's so much more to go. Join us tonight live for AEW Dynamite on TBS. We will take the air from the PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. You can get your tickets right now at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com, or join us live on TBS. I'm Tony Schiavone for the AEW Control Center, and I'll see you tonight at ringside.